morning, students. Welcome to class. Hope you all are fine. We'll continue with our chapter number 2, cultural change, and today we will cover following topic, that is Sanskritization and Westernization. First of all, we recapitulate what we had done in last class. We had done with the meaning of social change and cultural change. Social change referred to any significant alteration over time in behavior, pattern, and cultural values and norms. On the other hand, cultural change, the belief that culture is symbolically coded and can thus is taught from one person to another. Next, we had done the model of modern changes in colonial India, in which we had done the modes of communication, means new technology, for example, printing press, telegrams, then form of organizations like Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj, and then nature of idea, that ideas of liberalism, freedom, etc. Now we start with today's topic, and first of all, we start with the topic, that is the process of Sanskritization. Major cultural changes in India. We will start with Sanskritization because this process was present in the Indian society even before the advent of British rule and continued throughout. The other three processes of Westernization, modernization, and secularization came to India during the colonial period. It was M.N. Srinivas who first talked about the concept of Sanskritization in sociological literature. Giving the interpretation of Sanskritization, Dr. M.N. Srinivas has written in his book Social Change in Modern India that Sanskritization is that process through which some lower caste, Hindu or tribes or any other groups changes its direction toward an upper caste by changing its custom and traditions, rituals, ideologies and lifestyles. Usually after such changes, this caste claimed to have an upper status in the caste hierarchy that what was given to it traditionally. Ordinarily, after a couple of generations and constantly claiming its position, it is finally accepted. According to Dr. M.N. Srinivas, the Sanskritization of a group has usually the effect of improving its position in the local caste hierarchy. It normally presupposes an improvement either in the economic or political position and joins the mainstream society of the great tradition of Hinduism. Sanskritization is an integral means of a caste to achieve a high position. The mobility arising out of this process changes only the position, not structural change. The change is in the caste hierarchy, but the caste system does not change as such. Moreover, Sanskritization is not restricted to caste but is applicable to subcaste and other groups as well. The impact of Sanskritization is many-sided. Its influence can be seen in language, literature, ideology, music, dance, drama, style of life and rituals. Since the word Sanskritization comes from the word Sanskrit, it is mainly reflective of the socio-cultural changes in the Indian society. It is primarily a process that takes place within the Hindu society. Though Srinivas said that it was visible in other sects and religious groups as well. However, different studies shows that it operated differently in different parts of the country. Now we talk about the criticism of the concept of Sanskritization. Sanskritization as a concept has been criticized at different levels. Dr. M.N. Srinivas has himself admitted that Sanskritization is a useful concept but not very applicable. He says Sanskritization is an extremely complex concept. Actually, instead of accepting it as one concept, it should be taken as a pile of concepts. It is only a name given to a comprehensive social and cultural processes. Sanskritization does not lead to structural change. It exaggerates social mobility or the scope of lower caste moving up the social ladder. It does not lead to structural change but only positional change of some individual. Then we can say due to Sanskritization, Dalit culture has disappeared. The effect of Sanskritization is the key characteristic of Dalit culture and society has disappeared. For example, the work that lower caste do is considered shameful. Identities based on work, craft, and artisan abilities are regarded useless. Next point, we can say that due to adoption of upper caste rites and rituals, practice of dowry has risen. Since Sanskritization resulted in the adoption of upper caste rites and rituals, it leads to practices of dowry, discrimination against women, and other such so-called upper caste ideas. Next, we can say that concept of Sanskritization differentiate between upper and lower. The ideology of Sanskritization assumes the superiority of the upper caste and considers the lower caste to be inferior. Therefore, the desire to imitate the upper caste is seen as natural and desirable. Now, our next topic to be covered today is Westernization. The process of Westernization has played an important role in bringing about socio-cultural changes in modern India. We have already read about our Western colonial past and how that influenced the Indian society in some strange and paradoxical ways. The form of Indian society as it is today is because of the Western influence to a large extent. M.N. Srinivas had made the concept of Westernization popular in Indian society. In his book Social Change in Modern India, he writes, the changes brought about in Indian society and culture as a result of over 150 years of British rule. The term subsuming changes occurring at different levels like technology, institution, ideologies, and values. Westernization has influenced India in many ways, like emergence of westernized subcultures, emergence of sections who adopted Western lifestyles, impact of Westernization on Indian art and literature, impact of Westernization on family institutions, and impact of Westernization on the status of women. The above discussion shows that during the colonial period, Indian society came face to face with the Western society. There was exchange of idea between the two culture. In the contemporary context, often conflict between generations are seen as culture conflict resulting from Westernization. Thank you, Shemstars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on the Google Classroom. Take care.